Have you heard it's Pride Month? I don't know if anybody's told you.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, shocking, right? It's everywhere.
Well,
And
actually,
it's just
Megyn, your
so
dog told
gross.
me.
Yeah, my dog, Strudwick, who was pulled into these culture wars against his will. It's rough, if you know what I'm saying, very rough. It's one thing, like, honestly, this started years ago. Like, I remember when it was like, be kind, be respectful of gay people, like, they have rights. So, okay, that's one thing. But here's another question. Now it's morphed into something totally different. As you know, it's completely vile and disgusting and in your face and raunchy. But why do the gays and the LGBTQ crowd, why do they get a month? Like, we just celebrated or marked, I guess is a better word, Memorial Day, where we honor our dead soldiers. What? They get 1 day. Veterans who served their country honorably, they get 1 day. Why do the T crowd get an entire month of me having to look at their tuck-it bathing suits and their debauchery on the streets of America and insist that my children participate in it too? What kind of upside down priorities are these? Mary, thoughts?
Well, you mentioned that pride used to be about, just being kind and respectful, regardless of everyone's sexual proclivities. Don't throw them off buildings, don't hate crime them and stuff like that. It's obviously changed, and it's been different for quite a while now. But it was never just about kindness. It was never just about love is love. It was always hiding something sinister and truly vile under the surface. And this is trite. Like, I wouldn't be the first person to say it. Plenty of people have said it. This is an inherently sterile movement. They are sexually sterile people whose only way of reproducing is to indoctrinate. And when you do that, you have to start as early as possible. And, if you think about pride, underneath all of that fluffy, flowery language, and just really think about the acts which they are celebrating, and I'm not going to get into graphic detail, it's disgusting. And everything about this movement is, pressuring people socially to suppress their feelings of disgust and discomfort about these lifestyles, as they're called.
Mm-hmm. We've got examples up and down, but the mayor of West Hollywood, this guy, John Erickson, he had some thoughts, and this is one of the raunchiest, most disgusting pride parades that exist. Here he is talking about his favorite part of it in SOT 27.
What has been your favorite part of this event so far?
I loved going out there and seeing all the kids just living and being there with their parents of all shapes and sizes, and just seeing them having so much fun and giving them fans and throwing candy and everything like that. And then truly just in a world like today to have this right now front and center, we need it now more than ever.
Wow. That's what they want, Alex. They want our children, and they want every eyeball under 18 they can get.
Why does it always start with the kids, family-friendly drag shows? I thought obviously there's something perverse about it. It never occurred to me until Mary just said that they are sterile. They're not going to be able to reproduce the next generation of activists, so they have to corrupt the ones that you and I bring into the world. My mind is blown by that. That is just one of the most well said, well put, descriptions of what's going on. Mary saying that, I can't even believe it. I mean, I can, but I can't. But It is so disturbing. If you start paying attention and you just mark down, you just start tallying, how many times do they bring up children? It is shocking.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one. Here's a drag queen in Ohio, not leaving much to the imagination on the plan. This is courtesy of Gays Against Groomers that posted it on X. Watch this, SOT 31.
I won't change your little town. Your own children will. Your children will see us. Your children will love us. And your children will join us.
I don't think so. But they don't leave much to the imagination, Mary, right? It's like, this is our plan. We're coming for your kids.
No, they really don't leave it to the imagination anymore. They're confirming every day that the slippery slope was never a fallacy. I I think about the innocence of children as something that was, supposed to be protected at all costs in any healthy society. And you asked earlier, why do they need a month? Like, why do these people need that much validation and that much public celebration? And why do they need to be worshipped like this? And the answer, I think, comes down to the fact that these are deeply dysfunctional people. The list of comorbidities with identifying as gay or trans is never ending. They're more likely to abuse drugs. They're more likely to have suicidal ideation. They are more likely to have been offended against sexually as children as well. They're more likely to be extremely promiscuous, to carry STDs, to also have domestic violence disputes when they are married. The list goes on and on and on. These are deeply dysfunctional people, and also they need narcissistic feedback from everyone else. The whole point of all of this is exhibition. And, people say it's fine if you just do whatever you want in your own homes, in your own bedrooms. It's fine, whatever, who cares? You're not hurting me, you're not hurting my family. But that was never the point. The point was always to go out on the street in your bondage gear and show everyone your micro penis. That was always the point.
I have to say, I see a distinction between gays and Ts big time. I know tons of gays. I'm from the Northeast. I'm from New York. They're all normal, upstanding, lovely people. Some married, some not. It's the T crowd where things start to go south. Not all of them, but way too many to want them parading down your neighborhood. And there are real problems with mental health in that community. I see it as completely distinct from gays and lesbians, especially in that way. But it's in our face. And the problem is all these gay organizations, like gay rights organizations, which succeeded in all of their missions, have run out of things to do. And so now they're propping up this other group, which is other in profound and important ways. That's not to say, by the way, that the pride parades, even when it was just about gays, were great things, because they were very raunchy and in your face, even before we got our trans insanity on, like now. Anyway, you were going to say something. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, I was just going to say, I think it's probably also deliberate that it's a month-long celebration, not just one day, because we need the time to expose children and people to this lifestyle, because the more you're exposed to it, the more you just live with it, then your guard goes down. You're less repulsed, you're less shocked because you see it and are exposed to it so constantly. And so I think that's interesting. And I also think your point of there, you have seen historically such a distinct difference between what is now the trans lobby and then, lesbian and gays. The loudest voice against the trans nonsense should be the lesbian and gays, because lesbian
Well, look
and
at
gay
that clip.
people
That
will
clip
be
we just showed us from
completely
Gays
extinct.
Against Groomers. Like, that's a great X account. Those are, I think aren't they two lesbian women? I'm getting my accounts confused. But in any event, it's Gays Against Groomers for a reason. Sorry, keep going.
Well, yeah, because they understand that if we allow the trans people to keep running with this stuff, I mean, there will be no such thing as gays and lesbians, because every single kid who identifies as gay or lesbian is going to be transed. They're going to be castrated. That just isn't going to exist anymore. So if anyone should be outspoken against what that group is trying to do, it should be gays and lesbians, honestly.
It's so true. God, and you use that word castrated. That's it. Yes, that's what's happening. I mean, I don't know why we don't normally use that word to describe what these guys are doing to themselves, but that's it exactly. They're castrating themselves with abandon, and then celebrating it and posting about it on TikTok like it's something great. We talked about the RuPaul drag queen show the other day where they had this woman who had chopped off her perfectly healthy breasts and then had fake razors chopping off breasts with blood coming off of her nipples and holding a bag of bloody breasts. This is serial killer stuff. That's beyond dark. Here is just a bit. You can see the pictures here of what happened at the West Hollywood parade in our second video, where they have no clothes on. Look at these men. Look at them. I mean, I see penises everywhere. This, I will say, is not unfamiliar to me. I saw this at the New York City Pride Parade for years. I don't understand, and I know there are a lot of gay men who also object, but like, how is it that this is representative of pride, right? Like, what piece of this? It's like, if you want gay rights, if you want equal rights for trans people, okay, why do you have to get naked and show me your penis? Like, how does that factor in to the cause, Mary? I'm struggling.
I think that if I had to sit in the armchair and psychoanalyze these people, the reason why they have to broadcast all of this and they have to strip down naked or nearly naked in the streets and show everyone how wild and raunchy they are, I think it's because really underneath it all, they are ashamed of what they're doing. And we've all known people in situations where they're doing something they know is wrong and they double down on it and they insist to everyone around them that they're adults and they know what they're doing and they're making themselves happy and they know what's best for them and how dare you say otherwise. And it goes for issues of sexuality as well.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.